Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is SAP Analytics for Cloud Learning series, and today I have came up with a new topic, that is public dimension tables. We will discuss, what are public dimension tables in SAC, how to use them, and how they work in SAC. So moving to the next slide. So in SAC, public dimension tables are nothing but you can say, master data tables. It is nothing like a master data governance in SAC, where these different tables will be used to store, load master data. Source from other data sources, like it might be file, or it might be other data sources like BW or S4 HANA. You will store that master data within SAC, and you can reuse or share that master data across your models. So this is nothing but a public dimension in SAC. Unlike private dimensions will be, which we create the dimensions within the model. Those we cannot share within the other model. So those private dimensions only are specific to that model. There are three different types of, you can say, dimension types you create when you create a public dimension table. First is a generic type, second is a organization, and third is a account. So generic, it's a very, you can say, flexible dimension, like when you are not able to understand what the final intention or utilization of the dimension, then specifically choose generic. Then organization, we mostly use it for maintaining the entity, company code, cost centers, and any master data where you want to maintain like currency against that company. So we already discussed, when I was doing the currency conversion demos, I already mentioned, like for currency conversion maintenance, we need organization type dimension. So in that cases, we can use organization. An account for like financial accounts, like you have balance sheet statement and P&L statement, and that hierarchy or that account dimension you have to maintain. So then you can go for an account. So now what are the different features and how you can use, either go for public or private depending on that feature. So first will be like reusability. If you think like you want to use that master data at a different parts, within that your modeling or your business case, then definitely go for a public dimension, because public dimensions you can use reuse multiple times within different models. If within a model, if you create a private dimension that is very specific to that model, you cannot reuse that data into other model. Maintenance wise, yes, public dimension are centrally like maintained. They will have their different import jobs and different maintenance. Private dimensions, they are bound to their own model. So like if you're loading data to that model, then only that master data will get updated. Suitability, uh, it depends on the business use case. Like you think that master data is going to used within a one modeling only, not going to used for different other use cases, then go for the private dimension. If you think that master data is getting repeatedly used within your different business scenarios, like a cost center, you might be using it for your P&L statements, or workforce reporting, or maybe in your other cost reporting, revenue reporting. So then you can create a public dimension for that cost center. Then model deletion impact, like when you delete the model, the private dimensions are also deleted along with the model. With the public dimension, if you delete a model, the model will be deleted, but the public dimension used in that model will not be deleted. If you know already the concept of referential integrity, that is followed. As you already know, if you create a story on top of model, and when you try to delete the model, the, SAC won't allow you to delete that model because a story is created on top of that model. So you have to create the story first, then you can delete the model. Same referential integrity will be applied within public dimensions. Suppose a public dimension you created, you are using it in a different models, and if you try to delete that public dimension, the SAC won't allow because it is being used in different models. Similarly, a private dimension created in any model, if you want to delete it, is the if there is already fact data, SAC won't allow you. Once you delete the fact data within the model, you can delete the private dimensions. Then the imports, as I already said, for public dimensions, there are different import jobs that run. They are separately managed. Uh, in case of private dimensions, whenever you load data into the model, along with that load only, those dimensions data will be updated. So a simple difference is private dimension is like when you create directly into the model, that dimension is called as a private dimension. Public dimension is when you create it using public dimension tables. Now moving on to the next slide. Now in your business cases, like how you will choose the right type, like when to use the account dimension, when to use the organization, and when to use the generic. So it's more like a descriptive category, like you are just maintaining some product details or you're maintaining some customer details or employee details, then just go for the normal generic. And it's more like a organization, like these are legal entities, and you are doing, like there are multiple subsidiaries against one company, and there is some regional data. Then go for the organization. There are some legal entities you want to maintain the currency also. Then account dimension, as I already said, you have different KPIs under your you can say accounts. It best for even P&L and balance sheet accounts, like how you maintain the GL. Then you can go for the account where you can consolidate all the KPIs under a one account dimension. Uh, then like these are the scenarios. So there are some examples already, like the scenario like revenue, COGS, and profit. These are some KPIs. Then go for account. Cost centers, legal entities, organization. Again, some generic types like products, materials, customers, go for generic. Then there is a department with some hierarchy, then go for organization, like department or organization hierarchy within your company, then go for organization. Again, if it's a KPI, then go for account. And again, there are some projects, campaigns, like some normal ID and description data, then go for generic. So this is how you can choose the right type. Then let's continue to demo on SAC tenant, like how you can create a public dimension with SAC. Let's continue to the demo. Okay, let's continue to the demo. So as you can see, I have logged into the tenant, and currently I'm under the modeler menu. Then under the modeler, you can see I have already, chosen the public dimension tables menu. So you click on public dimension tables. Then you will see option 2, create a new dimension table. And if any dimension tables are already created in your tenant, they will be visible here. So let's click on this plus and create new dimension table. Then a pop-up will appear. It will ask, which type of dimension you want to create. As I said, there are typically three types: account dimension, generic, and organization. Now it depends on your data, which data you are loading as a master data or maintaining. Now today I will be creating a dimension table, and I will be loading data from an Excel file. So let's look at the Excel file which I want to load. And majorly it is data related to region, like country data. I have a column A with ID, then city names, then latitude and longitude, then country, country short form, then that city belongs to which state, and what is the population of current year. So this is my data, and I want to create the master data from column A to G only. Okay, so now depending on my data, I will choose, what type I should go for. So when you select generic, then enable responsibility and enable currency. You can enable it manually also within the generic type. Okay, but if you select like organization, when you select organization type, by default enable responsibility and enable currency are selected. Like these are, you can say, by default pre-selected settings. But with generic, if I go and do again organization, and if I go and do again generic, okay, I will start again. So when you select generic, these are not by default selected. You have manually select, and within the generic also you can create the currency. So now if you look at my master data, I don't need any currency column as of now. So I'll go for generic. I will name it as column D, and it's mostly all country related data. I'll name it as a country. So D country, and I will name country data. Okay, and I will click on create. So my D country is created, and you can see by default ID and description columns are generated with a hash value. I will save this. Before saving it, if you see the dimension table is visible, the data management is grayed out. Once you save it only, the data management tab will be open. In that, then you create, the import jobs, from of like import data from file or data source. Now before that, I will go to the dimension table again. So now you can see by default only member ID and description is created, but I have other different properties in my master data. So I will be creating those properties. So first my A and B column is already there, ID and description. Now latitude, longitude, country and state columns I will be creating. So I'll go here under the property. I will click a property. I will name it latitude, and in the type there are different types available. So I can add like the geo coordinates. They have their own type in SAC available, system types available. So you create latitude and create. Similarly, I will be adding longitude. I will select the type longitude and create. And any property do you think which is very mandatory for, when the data is loading, that value should be there, no empty value should be accepted. Then when you are creating a property, you can tick mark this value is mandatory. So then that value cannot be empty, for that. So now my next property will be country. This will I will select as country or region. Then I will add the state. I will select this as a region. Then I will add one more city, because I want to create a hierarchy also here as a sub-region. So country, state, then city. Okay, so I have added this much properties. I'll just save this. Okay, now I will go to data management. Now I want to load the master data into this public dimension. I will click import data from, and I will be doing it from file. Select the source file. I will go to downloads. My file is there. Open, import. So now the modeler is open. Now I have to do the mapping and the dimension settings. So first is obviously ID, description. Okay, I need city twice as a column, one for description and one for the city. So I'll just duplicate the column. I will use the transformation duplicate. Now we will go back to the mapping again. ID is done. Description, I will put city to the column I created. Latitude, longitude. Country is selected, state is selected, city is selected. And every dimension seems green, that there are no any errors. Then I will click on finish mapping. Finish. This will load data in few seconds. Okay, so 129 rows are imported. I'll go back to my dimension. So this is how you loaded data into the public dimension table via Excel file. Oh, my file had a 129 rows, so those are added and added to those properties also. So this is how you can create a public dimension table in SSE and load data. In the next video, I would demo you how you can create hierarchies using this different created properties, and then adding this dimension table to model and creating a story on top of that model, and using the public dimension tables within different models. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're liking this content, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.